of the locust wings. In the end times, there is a figurative locust that comes in, just like in Egypt. In the prophecy of the book of Revelation, this is revealed. In Revelation chapter 9, verse 7, it says, "And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men." Looking to this, we see they have the appearance of horses prepared unto battle. And we know during the time of John that the horses would wear iron mail for protecting themselves. And this shows an armored horse. This armor is called barding. Barding is the body armor for war horses. What John is describing is locusts wearing metal armor. And that's what helicopters have. They have a metal armor plating. In Revelation chapter 9, verse 8, it says, And they had hair as the hair of women, and their teeth were as the teeth of lions. We see that these helicopters and these Apaches and choppers have teeth painted on the front. And it continues on in verse 9, and it says, "And they had breastplates as it were breastplates of iron. And the sound of their wings was the sound of chariots, of many horses running to battle." Helicopters have breastplates of iron metal protection for their armor, and their helicopter rotors sound like the spinning of chariot wheels, and the thundering of the air from the blades sounds like the thundering of the horses stomping, coming into battle. The thunderous sound of horses galloping into battle.
It's like really big bugs.
In verse 10 it says, "And they had tails like unto scorpions, and there were stings in their tails, and their power was to hurt men 5 months." We notice that the tails have multiple stingers. We know that scorpions have one stinger in their tail as their tail bends upward, but on these helicopters there's multiple stings. There's multiple stingers in the tail as it bends up with the blades of the rotary blades in the back of the helicopter. And these are the locusts which John saw coming in from the east. The swarms of the locusts are the swarms of the helicopters coming in from the east, with the kings of the east crossing the Euphrates. Revelation chapter 9 verse 7 says, "And the shapes of the locusts were like unto horses prepared unto battle, and on their heads were as it were crowns like gold, and their faces were as the faces of men." They had crowns on their heads because they are the kings of the east. They are the kings of the east mentioned coming into the prophecy. Revelation chapter 16 verse 12, "And the sixth angel poured out his vial upon the great river Euphrates, and the water thereof was dried up, that the way of the kings of the east might be prepared." And these kings of the east, they have gold crowns on their head. And that is whom is leading these locusts. What is seen here is locust helicopters coming in swarms from the east to prepare the way for the ground troops to come in. Revelation chapter 9 verse 13 says, "And the sixth angel sounded, and I heard a voice from the 4 horns of the golden altar which is before God, saying to the sixth angel which had the trumpet, Loose the 4 angels which are bound in the great river Euphrates. And the 4 angels were loosed, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year, for to slay the third part of men. And the number of the army of the horsemen were 200,000, and I heard the number of them." And these locusts come in from the east are the helicopters that prepare the way for the ground troops as they cross the river Euphrates with this great vast number before the great and terrible day of the Lord. And this is the locust wings prophecy.